Hi, I'm Michael, and that's Lori. We're attempting to paddle 340 miles across Missouri in a canoe with the help of my sister Jaime, Dave, and Gio. And we're not the only ones. Over 500 people from around the country have a few screws loose, just like us. It's called the Missouri River 340, and the rules are simple. We have 85 hours to get from here to there, just as long as we don't get passed by that. We picked up this Winona canoe from the golden year of 1997, slapped a steering device on it, trained, and gave it a name no one understands.
It's a dust storm. We're from Phoenix.
Now it was time to start our Missouri River journey, sort of. A quick 22-hour drive from here to over there to meet with the crew, and back over here again. There it is, call point, where it all begins. Let's do this. Boat dropped off, all checked in, life signed away, a quick look around, and on top of it all, a salute to Murphy's Law. Race morning, nice and early. Some more pre-launch checks. Ground control to Kansas City. We have liftoff. We're off and on the water. All smiles, nerves, and ignored concerns.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We paddle into the wind and waves with, not at all, dubious clouds looming above us all. Now, a hop over the Kansas River and a skip to the Missouri River. We all take in the sight of this many boats in one place for the remainder of the race. The camaraderie among us all with a shared goal like Meriwether Lewis and William Clark so long ago. Not so long ago for me, in 2021, with only a couple months of training, I managed to finish on a stand-up paddleboard.
You got it.
What's your boat number?
1213.
1213. Best place.
Yeah, Michael!
I made friends, questioned my sanity, consumed too much caffeine.
I just want to go to bed and then somehow digest that I need to do this one more night. Hopefully only one more night.
And loved every minute of it.
So once you're done with the
Go, Michael!
Got him! Oh my god, it's never-ending river.
Meanwhile, Lori used a fast boat. So fast, in fact, she pushed herself so hard, her arms fell off at mile 100. Not giving up, she came back the next year with the help of a friend.
I think tomorrow we begin a journey of suffering and misery.
Type 2 fun.
Lori bought a canoe. They trained.
Canoe!
And prepared. Race morning, do you have any last thoughts?
Death before defeat. Later tonight, when I'm pissed off and not feeling great, would you replay the clip that says death before defeat?
It was a hot year, but the river was flowing faster than expected. Everything was going as planned. I crewed.
Should be the first boat ramp. Alright, done with Waverly. The girls are looking good. Bye!
Took photos. And video along the way.
nice that the sun has gone down. It's been a lot cooler.
Just like put the paddle in, take an easy stroke. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where we are right now.
Here at Glasgow, it's about 8 o'clock exactly right now. Pretty busy here. It's gonna be another hot day.
But funny things happen when you've gone 200 miles. They don't always go exactly as planned. And before you know it, you're at a Waffle House eating an all-star breakfast special.
Great start morning, and we've got quite a headwind with some now good rain. It should be fun for the first day so far.
Wind and waves pursue us. The river tests our state of mind.
Ooh, headwind. Fun.
Unrelenting, we paddle on, not giving in. This is only but one battle and a long journey ahead. Has the Reaper made a pact with the weather to see all of us to our demise? The longest stretch of the race is now out of the way, but future hardships are not out of mind. We arrive at Waverley, ahead of the Reaper. I fear that more will struggle and many will fall. We pull into the boat ramp, happy to see our allies after a battle.
Sorry, John.
No, you're fine.
Good to see you.
Hey, no way! Good to see you.
All right, how we doing, guys?
Good.
I refuel with cheeseburgers, Coca-Cola, apply excessive amounts of Tiger Balm to unaccustomed muscles while observing a near vehicle train collision. I hope this is not foretelling events to come. Feeling less terrible, we get back into the rhythm for the 30-mile stretch ahead. The clouds treat us to a dramatic sunset. And wind and waves behind us. We chat with other paddlers with high spirits.
And we're like, yeah, let's go do it.
Is this your first one, or have you been?
No, so Michael finished on his stand-up paddleboard
Oh my
3 years
gosh, you're
ago.
a stud.
Yeah, and this is my third attempt. Yeah.
And now I'm like, I gotta get her
Yeah.
finished, so here we are.
Yeah.
Josh and I have done it 3 times. We're 50-50.
We are paddling well and ready to push through the night. As darkness falls upon the river, our night vision adapts, but not with the help of the moon. We will settle using the bobbing lights of boats to help illuminate our way to Miami, our next checkpoint. Now midnight, we arrived at volunteers sharing the concerns of storms to our east. I tell them we won't be staying long.
We're not gonna stay too long, like 15, 20 minutes.
They advise us to reconsider.
How bad?
70% chance by 2 a.m.
Can you go below, Michael?
Yeah, it'll be chasing you down.
Check your weather app.
Yeah, it'll be chasing you down like 2 this week.
It appears we only have a couple of hours until the storm will be right over us. Lightning periodically lights up the sky, with a distant rebel not far behind. A frantic but gloomy energy fills the paddle staff.
Oh, hey, good to see you. Where should we go?
We're way up over to the left.
We don't want to go too far up.
There's not a lot of spots.
Miami appears to become a graveyard of boats rather than a place paddlers typically stay to recharge during late hours. I can tell Lori is concerned
I know. We're prepared for the pull over.
and seemingly influence her to continue without realizing it.
Yeah, we're going out.
We continue down the ramp with the repeated concern of volunteers. Another flash of lightning lights up the clouds in the distance as we push off and paddle into the darkness.
There we go. I don't know.
The river is still for miles ahead. It's dark without the moon guiding us. We continue to follow the faint glow of safety lights in the distance, far fewer than before. I dig in. I make sure we beat the storm, a delusional thought that fills my mind, as if I could control Mother Nature. And with that, the wind and waves begin to blow, challenging our canoe to make a straight line. I taunted the grandest force to a game I cannot win. Lightning dancing from cloud to cloud, through trees and through our nerves, as we struggled across river bends, following current, the only force seemingly not against us. Suddenly, the wind turns to strong gusts, and the waves grow taller. We feel them hit the boat, but have little time to react. Other teams are now taking refuge on sharp, rocky shores of the river. Exhausted and defeated, we do the same. I decide to eat, drink, and recharge camera batteries, and lay in sharp bed of rocks. Lori checks the weather radar and collects herself. The weather appears to be staying alongside the river for now. 20 minutes pass, and the gusts seem to have subsided. We decide to set out for the remaining 15 miles to Glasgow, our next checkpoint. Tired from battling wind and waves, clouds delay the sun, making the transition from night to morning more challenging. We spot the lights and shapes of paddlers up ahead.
There's some people up ahead, though. I swear. I swear I saw one just a second ago. Now this is actually legitimately driving me crazy because I swear I saw someone.
But only to realize it's the river playing tricks on our exhausted minds. Finally, a familiar town with bridge and grain silos come into view. We reach Glasgow at 7 a.m.
Hey, it's Chris.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Greeted by 340 paddler Chris Ludke, the Glasgow boat ramp was a relief after a challenging night.
How long you guys staying?
A little bit, yeah. So a little more.
Alright, so maybe up the
Probably an
ramp a
hour.
little further.
Probably at minimum. I mean, minimum an hour.
Alright, thank you. That was a fun night. That's what I hear.
That was exciting. That was great. Let's do that again. Let's go back and do it again. Like against the current.
And you're the kind of person who will do this race 10 times. It's fun.
Oh yeah.
That's good. We need more of that.
Coming down as well.
We meet up with Dave, Jamie, and Gio.
Yay!
Signal all stopped at 320 and
Oh, it did?
yeah, it stopped at 320 like halfway here and we're like, what did they
Oh
stop?
shit, we're sorry.
It did
And then
stop.
there's like no signal out here and I got finally I've realized my GPS tell you.
Excited to see us after they lost our location during the night when our tracker failed to update.
Maybe. I'm like,
It's so crowded. This is really, really empty. It's
yeah,
weird.
this is really empty.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of boats that left say the day they're done.
It typically crowded checkpoint felt empty and somber. Is this what it feels like to be a lead paddler? It appears that the volunteers at Miami did a good job at warning others of the night conditions. Glasgow was now a refuge for those who pressed on through the night. We spent an hour collecting ourselves. Surely we have weathered the worst and will now reap the rewards. There's no stopping this boat. We are finishing what we started, no matter what.
Okay, let me know when you're ready. We got marks coming up here too. You wanna grab the other side? Try to get a video of that. That's not that bad. Most of these bikes have like a body.
Yeah, this thing's wider than...
Oh, we're gonna turn you sideways. Yeah.
As we head down the ramp to leave, another volunteer shares weather concerns, which looks like more storms, 20+ mile-an-hour wind gusts, and a potential of the river rising 10+ feet due to storms to the east dumping rain in a short period of time. I reply, that just means we can ride the current like a log flume to the finish line, right?
Bye!
That's not a typo. They have seen a foot of rain.
The main threats would be 30 to 50 mile-an-hour gusts, with the strongest storms and heavy rain that could lead to flash flooding.
See you in a couple minutes.
It's 56 miles to Cooper's Landing, the second longest stretch of the race for us. The clouds leaving Glasgow are dark and ominous. I'm getting used to this orc boating kind of thing at this point. Feeling refreshed after the shower and break,
Go, 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 boy!
I occupy myself on duty.
Got a hot date for boy!
The water is calm, translation, less windy, making it easier to cover miles. A welcome change that feels too good to be true. The cliche calm before the storm saying crosses my mind, a thought I'd rather not have. It's not long before Mother Nature decides I need another shower. Just some light sprinkles as the appetizer. Nice and refreshing. Next up, the main course. Now serving wind gusts with a side of whitecaps. Lori struggles to steer the canoe into the waves to avoid side gusts, and I do my best to keep things on track.
Yeah, keep it strong. Keep it strong!
Our canoe doesn't have a cover, making it act like a sail, and the rudder is only so helpful. Even my camera decides it's had enough.
That one's there.
After several riverbend crossings, we're exhausted and decide to pull over and wait it out. The haboobs are temporarily out of order. Unfortunately, the waves never look as bad from the shore. After checking the weather and collecting ourselves, we see a familiar team pass us. We grow restless and decide to follow suit. We catch up and share the stories of the previous night as we pass the confluence of the Lamine River.
How you guys holding up?
Alright, how about you?
How'd you guys hold up through the night?
Oh, it's great, it's fun.
Fine.
It's really like all that lightning, did you do all that? Oh, yeah, you were there, that's right.
I was like, glad I don't have epilepsy. We could have been...
She said the exact same thing.
Just up ahead is the town of Boonville and Rocheport, the most scenic parts of the river with colorful cliffs topped with greenery jutting up along the river shore. As we approach the I-40 bridge, we begin to see trees, branches, sticks, debris flowing with the current we should be paddling in. It feels like we're playing Frogger. While we avoid trees speeding down the river in precarious directions, Lori receives a text message from the race.
There is a large area of rain that is training, which means one area of rain on top of another.
Which could produce damaging wind, hail up about the size of quarters, and flash flooding.
I'm exhausted mentally and physically, and spend the next 5 miles fuming and pouting like a child. We haven't seen anyone for what seems like hours, and suddenly a safety boat, blows past us, adding fuel to my fire. My mind tries to process all the possibilities. Did we miss a message that the race was canceled? Will they cut off certain people but allow us to continue? Where is everyone? I finally spot a solo kayaker up ahead at Eagle's Bluff boat ramp, getting help from his crew. We pull over, hoping someone has some information.
Have you heard any updates on the race?
I think he's going to be east of you for a while.
What's that mean?
He's going to be fine for a good while.
There we go. All right. Thank you, sir.
Long trip, guys.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the race is canceled.
Yeah, we got tired of playing Frogger out there with the...
That's what he's hoping you might have some information.
He only has positivity, which is nice, but not what we are looking for. We leave in pursuit of our solo friend, hoping he has answers, when Lori receives another text message.
Breaking news from the world's largest river race, the MR340 has been canceled because of the weather. The race's website is concerned about the rising river and the potential for competitors to hit storms. They were in the final 100 miles of the race.
End of the line. As we approach Huntsdale, I feel powerless and hollow. Had we accomplished anything? With all my will, I wasn't able to get Lori a finish. We approach the boat ramp to volunteers asking us to pull over.
There we go.
They congratulate us on our finish, but it doesn't feel like it.
Think you're ready to put your feet in the water?
What's that?
Think you're ready to put your feet in the water?
You guys are
As they help carry our canoe up the ramp, I am eager to hear more details.
Thanks for cooperating, guys.
These guys are going out on the river tonight.
This is good enough. Everybody's down.
Down slow.
I overhear that since the start of the event in 2006, there hasn't been a canceled year.
There wasn't navigating an asteroid field. I mean, you just said, okay, which log looks like the one that won't hurt my boat the most? And then you went over that one. There's absolutely no way for a safety boat to quickly get to someone who needs help. And then recognize the infrastructure and the admin, the volunteers, the ground crew, because I can imagine this is probably one of the hardest years for the folks that really make the race that aren't on the river.
As we wait for our ride, we pack up our belongings and let everything settle in. We paddled 188 miles through wind, waves, to lightning, thunder, and finally trees and debris. We didn't give up through adversity and uncertainty. Yes, I think we are finishers. Finishers of a year that will never be forgotten by those crazy enough to just keep paddling.